In this episode, we are discussing how the place where you look for a good emotion dictates where you are heading to. Hello and welcome back. My name is Andrei and this is the episode 22 of Decode Your 20s. Now I'm gonna relate a thing which was really interesting, and it's not necessarily my idea. I just heard it from someone and I thought about it, and now I think I can relate to it further. So I had a conversation with a really smart person, which the long story short is the following. He created a company which was successful, exited, sold, and now he's an engineer. The idea is the following. I naively asked, do you still like being an engineer after you have already built a successful company? And his reply was really interesting, and the idea was the following, that basically everyone is chasing like good, nice emotions. You might call it happiness, you might call it pleasure in life. Anything is the same, like good emotions for yourself. And he said the following, that it's not important what he does right now, meaning the activity of coding or whatever it should be, but the idea is as long as he's on the path to the thing that he wants, it's good. Putting things in another perspective, he said that the emotion, the good emotion that he wants, does not come from the activity that you are doing right now, meaning coding or researching or emailing or anything. As long as this thing keeps me on the trajectory to getting to the place where I want, that's good. And this idea, it's a totally different mind shift, because if the good emotion that you want comes, let's say, like from coding, then being an engineer is the thing which gives you the good emotions. So you basically won. Like, you do what you want, possibly for the rest of your life, so you won. If you want your emotion to come from coding, then you won being as an engineer. The game is finished. Like, you got what you want. And the idea that he said is that if you want, for example, build a company or something which is of that level, then the emotion should not come from the action that is right now. Putting things in a different perspective, then you should detach yourself from any emotion, being it positive or negative, that you get from being in the current activity. So for example, now to relate it to real world terms and example, when you do an activity that you do not like, for example, you might not like writing an essay or writing that email, of going to 5 kilometers away to meet someone which might help you with this and that, things of that nature, things that you do not want. Like, you should not be angry for those things, because if they take you on the path that you want to follow, then you should feel good that you are going on that path. And even if it's good or not, or bad or anything which you have to do right now, you should just do it and do not like feel romantic about the sensation that it might give you. Another good thing, if we detach ourselves from like the emotion that we have in the activity that gets us on that path, is that we are gonna gain speed. Because it happens so many times that we have to do something which is often mandatory, and we do not like that. That it creates us a bad sensation. Something that we do not want to do. Typically that's writing. People do not like usually write, so writing, it's not an activity which creates like good emotions. For example, whenever we have to write something, we are reluctant on it. It does not create necessarily like the most good emotion for us, so we postpone it for a moment. If we approach this framework of like detaching ourselves from the emotion that the activity should give us, then we are just gonna have speed. We are gonna do that activity, and then we are gonna move fast, and that's a benefit. And some people might say that's possibly bad to not have emotions for the things that you are doing right now, and that's also, I would say, a valid argument. I think this question, if anyone should follow this framework is an individual question. We should decide for ourselves. But I just wanted to put this idea into the conversation because it's really different than what we usually hear. Because typically the idea is like you should enjoy coding, you should enjoy cooking, then you should enjoy drive. Now, if you enjoy those, then by getting a job which does exactly that thing, then you have the thing that you are looking for. But if you want something else, which also involves things which you do not necessarily like doing but will keep you on this path, then you should just do them without feeling any negative emotion because you are on the right track. Thank you for watching. I hope that you are gonna continue to think about this idea, and thank you for your time. Enjoy your day.